Once upon a time, we didn't feel so hopeless. How did we become so lost? How could we fall so far, abandoned and alone? In a land of greatness, our lives were a fairy tale. Our dreams came true. We common men feasted at banquets fit for kings. Our ladies prospered in luxury, spending fortunes at the malls buying the latest fashions and trinkets. People across the world marveled at the castles we called home. Our civilization was a shining city on a hill. We were carefree under the light of our day. Our innovations took us to the moon. Our ambitions reached out for the stars. Our hubris blinded us to the sunset of the golden evening. The shadow of darkness covered the land. Our daily bread cost an almond a leg. Empty ruins are all that's left of the malls. The lamps of civilization go out. Flickering dim candlelight dot the ruins of the great cities. Dens of thieves prey upon our desperate countrymen. Gangs intimidate and murder our frightened citizens. Our empire crumbles under corruption, treason, and invasion. What choice do we have? Live on our knees in the cities, or risk peril in the wilderness? The night of fear sets in when we come into the black forest. There's too many of us. Easy prey. Predators lurk in the shadows. Noise ahead! In the brush! No, it's behind us! Where? Run! We scatter into the night. We flee in every direction. Families are separated. We are lambs running from wolves we cannot see. We come into a small clearing. The darkness surrounds us on all sides. Out of breath, tired and hungry, we fall to our knees. The wilderness looks the same in every direction. We're turned around. I swear we're going around in circles. Let's face it, we're lost! Do we stay here? One of us cries. Our friends and family might be out searching for us. Let's light our torch, another says. It'll help them find us. Are you crazy? A woman said in a hushed whisper. They'll trap bandits. Or worse.
A young man takes out a candle from his backpack. When he lights the wick, most of us cry out, No, 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 no! All is silent. All is still. Why did you do that? They scold him. He responds, We need a candle to shine hope in our most desperate hour. Look how the candlelight drives back the darkness. An older man states, You're young and naive. You don't know how the world works. You don't have the experience we do. It's done now. We'll set up camp. The older man has a third of us gather up supplies, set up shelter, make a campfire, and take stock of what little we salvaged. He has a third of us keeping watch in case something wicked hunting us, drawn in to take out the light. And the last of us, he asks to wait and relieve the others once the dawn comes, and they rested and relaxed. Black clouds dot out the stars in the heavens, the rustling leaves, the creaking branches of the trees, and the eerie calls from the unknown spook us. A terrible veil strangles us. The young man tries to reassure us. The night is darkest before the dawn. In the distance, the watchers call out, Something's out there! It was quiet. Too quiet. The serenade of the nocturnal beasts hushes. The bonfire smolders to embers. We rush quietly to rouse the gatherers from their task. We all congregate near the fire. In the black forest, we see a spike flicker. Is it a firefly? Are we imagining things? Could it be our friends and family seeking us? Perhaps bandits are making their way through the wilderness. Worse, the hordes of invaders might be making a deadly night march. As quickly, it disappears into the shadows. The watchers cry, There it is again! The pinprick of light is more pronounced, too large to be anything but a man. We grab pots and pans, bats and balls, and rocks and sticks. Anything to defend ourselves. Do we call out to him? One man suggests. They'll give us away. Maybe he won't find us. Another says. No, the old man says. A fire shine is a beacon. Got no idea if he's alone, his a tent, who he is. The light illuminates the silhouette of a lantern being held by a figure. The older man commands the stranger. That's far enough. State your purpose. The lantern bearer complies, standing still on the edge of the woodline. He has plain features with long hair and a beard. He wears white robes. In his other hand is a shepherd's crook. The shepherd says, I have lost my sheep, and I have found you. He is soft-spoken and calm. He asks, Are you in need of aid? The young man asks, Will you help us find? Immediately we interject, Why should we trust you? The shepherd answers, For the same reason that I trust that many of you are not here to rob or harm me. For the same reason you trust each other, and not long ago you were strangers. For the same reason men of faith trust in the good and the spirits of man. For the same reason we trust in our community and tribe and nation. The older man interrupts. You speak eloquently and say nothing. You've given us no reason to risk us in the hands of a stranger. The shepherd says, Trust is hope. Hope is the light of civilization.
We put faith in trusting God and country, and in the friendships we forge, and in the people we pay to service our needs. There is nothing that I could say or do to make you trust me. That is up to the judgment of your conscience. The young man opens his hands in plain view of the shepherd. He walks slowly towards him. A gatherer tries to hold him back, but the young man slips out of his grasp. As a couple people follow him, the young man holds out his hand to ask them to stay put. The shepherd makes no approach, nor does he flinch away. As the young man approaches the shepherd, he says, "I've kept the faith when darkness covered the land. In my heart and soul, I trust you. Now my watch is at its end." The shepherd says, "In my father's house you may find sanctuary. I shall lead. Only you must choose rather to trust and follow in my footsteps. For all who stay in the wilderness, I wish you nothing more than good blessings." And the shepherd walks back into the forest. The young man immediately follows him. After a few seconds, his fellow watchers leave as well. A good number of the reserves trail the group distantly, wanting to be saved, yet they cannot fully place their trust in him. The older man and the gatherers try to call him back. Some of the reserves return, uncertain which group to join. The gatherers and a few reserves are all that remain in the camp. After several hours, the shepherd's flock reaches the trail. The shepherd turns to the people. He warns, "The wilderness is filled with darkness. My light is a beacon. I walk the straight and narrow path onto the dawn. It is up to you to keep pace. Stray but a little, and you might be lost again. Second chances don't come often." At that, 5 of the reserves tried to return to the gatherers. Only 2 would make it back to the safety of the camp, and the watchers followed the shepherd. In the darkest time of the night, the reserves begin falling behind. A few call out, believing they hear their loved ones in the wilds. They wander into the dense thicket and are never seen from again. A few reserves ask, "Wait, we must rest." To which the shepherd apologizes, "I know you are tired, yet it is too dangerous to linger." Nonetheless, they fall behind. The first ray peels back the veil of shadows as they leave the wilderness. The shepherd turns to see all who has followed. All that kept watch, trusting in him, gather around him. As the horizon is crowned by a golden halo, 3 of those with the reserves emerged from the black forest, finally catching up. The light of the rising sun warms the cold, weary, and miserable fellowship. The shepherd extends his open hand towards the sight before the survivors. A new dawn illuminates a land of green pastures. The lush orchards and vibrant gardens showed this to be a land of bounty. The steeple from a picturesque town can be seen in the distance. Across the meadow is a cottage. The shepherd welcomes. "This is my father's house." An elderly man greets them. "Welcome home." He gives a key to each man and woman. He says, "Here, a kingdom to call home, where you shall never know darkness again." And they lived happily ever after. How does this tale introduce our channel? We are living in scary times. All around us we see escalating turmoil and division. We feel as if civilization itself is at its end, crumbling all around us. The golden evening of our nation seems to be heading towards its final twilight. And in the darkness, many of us will abandon our sanctity for human life. And once we abandon our morals, we easily lose our humanity. When everything seems covered by the shadow of darkness, hope seems as fleeting as finding our way out of the forest in the middle of the night. Hope fades, yet it is still there. The smallest speck of light means the difference between doom or overcoming adversity. Too many of us have seen the darkness and yet cannot find our way to find that little bit of light. It is there if we believe in ourselves. I know that we have seen too much darkness. We've felt it during the times we were bullied when we were in school. We've endured it in the broken ruins of our families. We've seen it too many times in the loss and tragedies befalling our loved ones and our countrymen. Yet, at the end of every night, the dawn will come. That spark of hope is there. It is coming. It may not be here when we want it, but that doesn't mean we can give up. We need tales of morality now more than ever. We need heroes to inspire a new generation, inspire to bring hope to a new age, a new dawn. Hope is the cure against the poison of the mind, poisons such as anger, envy, bitterness, and spite. Those poisons are what's destroying us, what's destroying Western civilization, what's destroying our civilization, our nation, our people. Hope instills virtues. Those virtues are the walls of our home, our nation. When they're standing strong, we have shelter during the course of the long and bitter night. But once those walls falter, they fall in, our home is destroyed, and we are left at the mercy of the wilderness of a second dark age. Hope is there. It was there when our mothers and fathers read us fairy tales. They were there in the heroes that inspired us. We at Candlehope Tales wish to return to that tradition of storytelling, in much the same ways when we were children, loving all the fairy tales our parents read to us and watched alongside our families. Each video will be a chapter of a story, and each story will have a moral to our tale. There'll be no specific order in which you could watch any of our stories. I will not ask for any likes or subscriptions to YouTube or any other hosting service. And at the end of each story, I'll add a Q&A session for any questions you may want answered. This is Michael from Candlehope Tales, thanking you for the privilege of your time and the honor of your views. As always, live free and happily ever after.